What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Countdown. My name is Ian Farmer, and thank you for listening. As always, check out topboyblog.com, CTN Sports Instagram and TikTok, Patreon for a low cost of $5 a month, 2 episodes a month. And today, we're here to talk about our NCAA 24 cover because the teaser trailer just dropped a few days ago, which is huge. There hasn't been an NCAA game since NCAA 14. So huge. The entire college football and sports community has been waiting on this. So it is finally here. But we're here to talk about the cover because that's what every fan is interested in. Who's going to be on the cover of NCAA 24? And I think it comes down to 4 players. Caleb Williams, Heisman from 2 seasons ago, quarterback from USC Trojans, probably going to be the #1 pick in the NFL draft. Blake Corum led the FBS, whatever they call it. He led college football in touchdowns this season, and obviously Michigan won the national title, so he has that. Jay Daniels, who is this year's Heisman winner, and from LSU, and Marvin Harrison Jr., wide receiver from Ohio State, going to be a top 5 pick in the NFL draft. So that's the 4 guys. It's going to be one of those 4. If it's not one of those 4, then they didn't get it right because it's one of those 4. Now, the question that raises to me first, that is, what name pops out to me instantly? And I'm not going to lie, it's Caleb Williams from USC. He's just been the face of college football over the last couple of years, even though USC hasn't made the college football playoff, even though they wasn't in an NY6 bowl game this year. He's still the face. He was the best player in college football the last 2 seasons, or at least his Heisman season. That's the name that pops out to me instantly. But how much does the Heisman Trophy play a factor? That's another question we need to ask ourselves, because only 2 guys out of these 4 have won a Heisman. Blake Corum hasn't won a Heisman. Marvin Harrison Jr. hasn't won a Heisman. And meanwhile, the 2 Heisman players that I mentioned are also quarterbacks, which is the most important position in football. It's the most prized, the most valued, the most money made in the NFL is from NFL quarterbacks. So how much does the Heisman Trophy play a factor? I think it plays a tremendous factor. I think it does. I think it's likely going to be Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels. I don't know if a non-quarterback can be on the cover. Maybe 5 years down the line, sure. I mean, I would be fine with it now. But the first NCAA game back, they're going to want to make a splash. And Caleb Williams made a splash when he came into college football. Does it have to be a QB? It does not have to be a quarterback. It does not have to be a quarterback. I just think it's probably going to be a quarterback. It's probably going to be a quarterback, but maybe not. You never know. So, with all this being said, who would I choose as my cover for NCAA 24? I'm going to go ahead and tell you Evans, who couldn't be with us today. His is Caleb Williams from USC. Very valid pick. And I definitely see where he's coming from. Good chance he's probably going to be right. ESPN posted this the other day. It was the NCAA 24. It looked like a fan art type of cover. And on that cover was Blake Corum, running back from Michigan. Most touchdowns in college football this season. What do we judge greatness off of? Do we judge greatness off how many touchdowns a quarterback threw, or how little interceptions, or what his quarterback rating was, or how many yards per carry a running back got? Do we grade a wide receiver off of how many yards per game, how many receptions he had on a season? Or do we judge it off the final game of the season? There's 5 minutes left. Who's winning down the stretch? I judge greatness off of national championships. And you know who I'm going to go with. Blake Corum, running back from Michigan, one of my favorite players in this year's draft. I think he should be the NCAA 24 cover athlete. And if I was the committee who was deciding on this, Blake Corum would be the NCAA 24 cover athlete. Like I said, good chance it's probably going to be a quarterback, but the problem is that, well, ESPN posted that, and if ESPN has posted that, they're likely hinting at something. I didn't see if they posted like other ones, just like a view of each of them. They may have, but yeah, let me know who you would have as your NCAA 24 cover athlete. It's being Ian Farmer, Instagram and TikTok, CTN Sports. We also got the Playbook 2.0, topboyblog.com, and of course Patreon. Like I mentioned, low cost $5 a month. Love you all. Ian Farmer. See you in the next one. Peace.